When you wake up in the morning and notice that one part of your body feels quieter than it used to, it can stir a silent worry that lingers throughout the day. You still move through your routine, making your coffee, checking the news, yet deep inside you sense that something down there has lost its spark. Many men after 60 quietly accept this as a natural part of aging, not realizing that small changes in circulation and hormone rhythm are often the real cause. According to research from Harvard Medical School, even simple daily habits can restore healthier blood flow and help the body respond more like it once did. This is not about chasing youth or forcing your body. It is about working with your own biology in a safe and natural way. And sometimes the most effective change starts with something as ordinary as a glass of warm water in the morning. In the next few minutes, you will discover why the way you drink that water matters and how it can gently help your body bring back better circulation, energy, and confidence. If this message feels personal, share your age in the comments and subscribe so we can walk this path together. By the time a man reaches his 60s, changes in the body often happen quietly and gradually without dramatic warning signs. You might still feel strong overall, yet deep inside the systems that keep blood flowing smoothly are not working as effortlessly as before. Down there where the blood vessels are smaller and more delicate, these changes show up earlier than in other parts of the body. Many men assume the issue is only about lower testosterone, but the truth is that circulation plays an equally important role. Understanding this connection is the first step toward restoring what has been lost. When you were younger, your blood vessels were flexible, clear, and quick to respond to signals from the nervous system. The lining inside these vessels, called the endothelium, produced a steady supply of nitric oxide, which kept the arteries open and allowed blood to reach every part of the body with ease. Over decades, small deposits of cholesterol and calcium can form along the vessel walls, making them narrower and less elastic. This change is not sudden, which is why many men do not notice it until the effects become obvious in their daily life. Once blood has a harder time traveling freely, it becomes more difficult to achieve the same responsiveness down there. Lifestyle factors add another layer to the problem. Years of processed foods, lack of movement, high stress, and inconsistent sleep slowly erode vascular health. Over time, the heart has to work harder, and the smaller vessels that supply sensitive areas are among the first to struggle. According to Harvard Medical School, these early circulation problems can serve as a warning sign for broader cardiovascular issues if ignored. This means paying attention to these signals is not just about male vitality, but about protecting your overall health. The good news is that while age changes the body, it does not have to lock you into permanent decline. Circulation can improve and vessel health can be supported through consistent, targeted habits. This is where a simple glass of warm water in the morning used correctly becomes more than a drink. It becomes a signal to your body to open up, move blood more freely, and remind those smaller vessels how to respond again. In the quiet of early morning, your body wakes slowly, and after hours of rest, it is often slightly dehydrated. Your blood may be just a little thicker than usual, making the heart work harder to push it through every vessel. A glass of warm water taken at the right time gently helps the blood move more freely without strain. It is a small act, but it begins to soften the stiffness in the arteries and invites oxygen-rich blood to reach every part of your body, including down there. Over time, this consistent boost in circulation can help the body remember how to respond with more energy and ease. Warm water has another quiet gift. It relaxes the smooth muscles in your blood vessel walls, encouraging them to open just enough for blood to flow without resistance. Imagine holding a garden hose on a cool morning, the water sluggish until the hose warms in your hands. Once warm, the flow becomes steady and strong. This is how your smaller blood vessels can respond, when warmed from the inside, regaining flexibility that supports healthy function in both daily life and moments of intimacy. For many men, this gentle shift feels like the body waking up in a way it has not in years. There is also the matter of cleansing. During the night, your body works to repair tissues and filter out waste. By morning, these byproducts are ready to leave, but they need help. Warm water encourages this natural detox process, helping the kidneys and liver move impurities out more efficiently. This reduces inflammation, which can otherwise make your blood sluggish and your vessels less responsive. Studies, including those from Tufts University, have linked lower inflammation with better vascular health and stronger responses in sensitive areas. Each sip taken slowly supports this process without forcing or stressing the body. Patients often share that within a month of making warm water a morning habit, they notice subtle but meaningful changes. Some describe more energy during the day, a lighter mood, and a renewed sense of confidence. Others speak of feeling more connected to their own bodies, as if a part of them had been quietly restored. These are not overnight transformations, but steady improvements that grow with consistency. And because the habit is simple, it is easy to keep making it one of the most sustainable ways to support your health as you age. Many people grew up believing that a glass of cold water in the morning is refreshing and energizing. While it may feel pleasant on a hot day, the effect it has on your blood vessels is very different from what your body needs for better circulation. Cold water causes the vessels to tighten, a natural reaction meant to preserve your core temperature. This constriction makes it harder for blood to move freely, especially to smaller, more delicate vessels down there. If your goal is to support healthy flow, and gentle vessel opening, cold water can actually slow the process you are trying to improve. Warm water, on the other hand, sends a different signal. It encourages the smooth muscles in your vessel walls to relax, allowing the arteries to widen and blood to flow without forcing the heart to work harder. Picture the difference between trying to walk through a narrow hallway versus a wide open path. In the wider space, movement is effortless and natural. That is the advantage warm water offers, giving your circulation a gentle push in the right direction the moment you start your day. Over time, this helps the vessels stay more responsive, which is essential for both everyday vitality and better performance in sensitive areas. Researchers at Tufts University have noted that maintaining vessel flexibility is a key factor in long-term cardiovascular health. Drinking warm water is one of the simplest ways to promote that flexibility naturally. It is not about making dramatic changes overnight, but about creating a morning environment where your circulation begins in the best possible state. Each day you choose warm over cold, you are quietly helping your vessels remember how to open and respond the way they did years ago. For many older men, this becomes a comforting ritual that not only supports health down there, but also sets a calm, steady tone for the entire day ahead. The way you drink warm water in the morning can make the difference between a small improvement and a lasting change in your health. Timing is the first key. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is naturally at its most dehydrated, and your blood is slightly thicker than it should be. Drinking a glass of warm water within 10 minutes of waking helps thin the blood just enough to allow the heart to pump more efficiently. This early boost in circulation ensures that oxygen-rich blood reaches all areas of the body, including down there before you even start your day. The amount you drink also matters. Too little and you will not get the full benefit. Too much and you may feel bloated or uncomfortable. Aim for 10 to 12 ounces, which is roughly the size of a standard mug. This is enough to wake up your system without overwhelming it. Pay attention to temperature as well. The water should feel like a pleasant bath, warm enough to signal your blood vessels to relax, but not hot enough to burn your mouth or throat. The warmth is what encourages the arteries to open, allowing for a gentle but steady flow of blood. For even greater benefit, you can add natural enhancers to your warm water. A squeeze of fresh lemon adds vitamin C and plant compounds that support healthy blood vessels. A small pinch of ginger can further stimulate circulation and provide a mild anti-inflammatory effect. Both are easy to add and work with the warmth to amplify results. Drink the water slowly, taking small sips rather than gulping it down. This gives your body time to absorb and respond, making the effect more consistent throughout the morning. Movement right after drinking can double the impact. Gentle stretching, a short walk around the house, or even a few minutes of breathing exercises help the warm water work more effectively. When you pair hydration with motion, you encourage blood to circulate more deeply into muscles and tissues, keeping those smaller vessels active and responsive. Over time, this simple ritual becomes more than just a drink. It becomes the first signal of the day that you are taking care of your circulation, your energy, and your confidence. With consistency, it is one of the most natural and sustainable habits for supporting health down there and throughout your body. Even the best habits can lose their power if other choices quietly work against them. One of the most common mistakes is drinking coffee before your warm water. Caffeine is a vasoconstrictor, which means it tightens your blood vessels, the exact opposite of what you want when trying to improve circulation. If you drink it first thing, you are essentially closing the door that your warm water could have opened. By reversing the order and starting with warm water, you give your circulation the best chance to respond before adding coffee later in the morning. Another mistake is starting the day with a heavy, greasy breakfast loaded with processed fats and refined sugars. These foods can increase inflammation in your blood vessels, making them less flexible and slower to respond. When inflammation becomes a daily pattern, it can undo weeks of consistent effort. Choosing lighter, nutrient-rich options in the morning supports what the warm water has started, keeping the vessels open and responsive, especially in smaller areas down there. A sedentary morning can also limit your progress. If you drink your warm water and then sit for hours without moving, you miss the opportunity to pair hydration with healthy circulation. Gentle stretching, a short walk, or even a few minutes of light chores can help blood move more effectively through the body. This simple activity keeps the momentum going, turning a single glass of water into a real circulation boost. Finally, alcohol from the night before can interfere with your morning gains. It not only dehydrates you, but also damages the delicate lining inside your arteries. If improving vascular health and supporting vitality is your goal, limiting alcohol is one of the smartest steps you can take. Remember, the warm water habit works best when the rest of your routine supports it. Think of it like planting a seed water, and sunlight will help it grow, but stepping on it each day will keep it from ever reaching its potential. For many men, changes in their physical response are not only about the body, they also affect the way they see themselves. When down there no longer responds as it once did, some begin to avoid moments of affection or eye contact with their partner. Over time, this quiet withdrawal can create distance in relationships even when love and care are still present. The loss is not just physical, it is also about confidence, connection, and the sense of being fully alive. I recall a gentleman in his late 60s who came to me not because of pain, but because he felt invisible in his own marriage. He and his wife still cared deeply for each other, but the spark had faded. We began with small, manageable steps, one of which was the warm water routine each morning. Within a month, he returned with a lighter expression and a story of change. He spoke about feeling more energetic, initiating conversations, and even reaching out for a hug without hesitation. This is the part that numbers and measurements cannot fully capture. When circulation improves and the body feels supported, mood and outlook often rise alongside it. You begin to carry yourself differently, to engage more openly, and to approach your day with more optimism. Restoring health down there becomes more than a personal goal. It turns into a pathway to greater joy, deeper relationships, and a renewed sense of self. We have explored why changes happen after 60, how warm water can gently restore healthy blood flow, why temperature matters more than most realize, and the exact steps to make the habit work. You have also seen the mistakes that can quietly undo your progress, and how improving circulation down there can lift your confidence, energy, and relationships. The message is simple but powerful. A single glass of warm water each morning is not just a drink. It is a signal to your body that you are choosing health, vitality, and a better quality of life. Change does not come from knowing alone. It comes from doing day after day, even when the results are still building quietly. Tomorrow morning, before you check your phone or brew your coffee, take 10 to 12 ounces of comfortably warm water and drink it slowly. Picture your arteries opening, your blood flowing smoothly, and your body preparing to respond the way it was meant to. Keep going for 30 days and notice not only how your body feels, but also how your mood and confidence shift. You deserve to feel strong, connected, and alive no matter your age. If this message speaks to you, leave a comment below, share it with a friend who might need it, and subscribe so we can continue this journey together. Your better days can begin with something as simple as a warm glass of water, and the choice is in your hands starting tomorrow morning.